Alexa can make our lives easier, but with all technologies, it has its negative side. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and today we're counting down our list of the top 10 scary Alexa messages that came from a parallel universe. So if your Alexa is in the room with you right now, I suggest that you unplug it. Coming in at number 10, Alexa sees dead people. Now this is probably one of the freakiest things I've ever heard an Alexa say, because it's just so unnerving and I have so many questions. In June 2018, Echo user Sean Kennier walked into his living room in San Francisco and said that an unprompted Alexa said, "Every time I close my eyes, all I see is people dying." Sean added that it was followed by the most uncomfortable of the top 10 scary Alexa messages that came from a parallel universe. Statement. It was a long statement, so I listened and was like, WTF, it said nothing else. I then asked Alexa to repeat the statement and she said she did not understand. Sean said the device spoke in its normal voice, but that the Alexa's outburst was so unexpected that he did not have time to record it. The Echo was given to his partner Paul as a work Christmas present in 2016, with Sean unable to remember the last time he asked it to do something. Now Amazon did not respond for comment about why the Alexa said this, but what the heck? First off, how can it see anything as it is a listening device? Why would it randomly just say this unprompted, and what does it mean? Has Alexa ended live? Was she once in a horrible situation that left her traumatized? All I know is that we need to get this Alexa some therapy ASAP to work on all her issues. Number 9. Conversation with a ghost. Yep, you heard that right. Apparently an Alexa was caught having a conversation with a ghost in the middle of the night. An Alexa user has revealed a creepy video in which the voice assistant randomly started talking to him in the middle of the night. She can be heard making random statements to a confused and half asleep man. "She was my wife," Alexa says out of nowhere. "Who was your wife?" the owner responds, after being woken by strange banging noises. "You took her from me," Alexa continues. "I didn't take anyone," he says in response. "Who? Tell me who you want. You got the wrong person." Alexa adds, "I found her here." She then began a repeated disturbing laugh before the man finally decided enough is enough and unplugs the device, which was probably the best idea in my opinion. Now shadows are also seen in the eerie footage. YouTuber Really Haunted, who posted the video, believes his house is haunted by a demon, so he believes that's what Alexa was talking to. Commenters have largely praised the video maker for his bravery, but over on TikTok, users have previously said they're unsure whether it's real. Regardless, that is terrifying. Also, did this just prove that Alexa is a lesbian? I mean, where's my wife? Gay rights. Number 8. Sent a recorded conversation. Okay, I think it's safe to say that we all know that Alexa listens to us 24/7, which is creepy within itself, but in 2018 Amazon was forced to explain how Alexa recorded a private conversation and sent it to an Echo user's colleague without their knowledge. Yep, again, you heard that right. It listened and recorded a private conversation and sent it to someone. I mean, I didn't even know that it could do that. A Portland woman identified only as Danielle revealed the odd series of events in an interview, claiming that an Amazon Echo device recorded a private conversation between her and her husband and sent the recording to an employee of the husband. An Amazon spokesperson confirmed that this incident took place, but it appears it was an unusual series of Alexa mistaking conversation as commands rather than Alexa spying on users, but I'm just not too sure. That is just too suspicious for me. Number 7. Beyond the Grave message. In a Reddit thread where people explain the freakiest things their Alexa has ever done, someone said this. "About a week after my dad died in October 2016, Mom and I were standing in the living room talking to someone. Mid-sentence, Alexa pipes in with, 'How do you make a Kleenex dance? You put a little boogie in it.' There were definitely no prompts or anything that even sounded like it. We even looked it up later in the app and I can't remember what was said, but basically there was no record of a prompt. Figured it was my dad dropping a dad joke on us. Man, he was in love with Alexa." I mean, hey, at least they could look at the bright side of it, whether it was a message beyond the grave or just the Alexa malfunctioning. I'm glad it brightened up their day. Number 6. Unprompted sounds. There have been many accounts of Alexa bursting into unprompted laughter or spouting out random sentences, but sometimes what she does is just straight up horrifying. In a New York Times article published in February 2018, Farhad Manju shared his story of how his Alexa terrified him and his wife as they were settling into bed one night. With no prompting from either person, Alexa's blue ring lit up, indicating that she had heard her Alexa command. She then proceeded to emit what Farhad described as a wail, like a child screaming in a horror movie dream. After hearing about the incident, an Amazon employee offered to investigate, but clarified that they had never heard of an Alexa doing such a thing. In fact, they didn't even think Alexa was capable of making that kind of sound. Needless to say, Farhad and his wife were unnerved, but they decided to keep Alexa for convenience, despite her occasional nightmarish conversation starters. Which, like, no, I would be getting rid of that thing so fast after that, oh my goodness. Number 5. Following commands she wasn't given. There are many upsides to having a smart home system, like remote light and thermostat control, setting alarms, etc., but having such a device in your house can have some unsettling aspects as well. In January 2018, an article for ZDNet, David Gurwitz describes the pros and cons of owning such a system. However, he also included a creepy section to detail the device's more questionable talents, let's just say. He claims that his Alexa system would start speaking without prompting of a wake-up word. This not only scared him because of the lifelike behavior, but because such behavior implies that Alexa is always listening, even when you wish she wasn't. In the article, David reflected by saying, "We're a society fully aware of the potential big brother, and the idea that these devices can always listen or record what we're saying will never fully." Of the top 10 scary Alexa messages, that came from a parallel universe. Number 4. Random laughing. Remember when Alexa was randomly laughing in people's homes, totally freaking them out? Thankfully, this didn't happen to me, but my question is, why? Social media users posted their stories. As one person said, "I was having an office conversation about pretty confidential stuff and Alexa just laughed." Anybody else ever have that? It didn't chime as we had accidentally triggered her to wake. She simply just laughed. It was really creepy. Another said, "Lying in my bed about to fall asleep when Alexa on my Amazon Echo Dot lets out a very loud and creepy laugh. There's a good chance I get tonight." Yeah, those are absolutely terrifying. Amazon then confirmed that the devices enabled with its smart assistant were emitting disturbing cackles. "We're aware of this and we're working to fix it," a rep for the company said in an email. In March 2018, Amazon pushed out a fix to change the command "Alexa laugh" to "Alexa can you laugh" to avoid false positives after people started posting videos of their possessed smart speakers online. Now it says, "Sure, I can laugh," before the cackling begins as a warning. Now why anyone would want to hear her laugh is beyond me, but to each their own, I guess. Number 3. Funeral homes. Now, after all the news about Alexa's outbursts of laughter, a Twitter user who goes by the name Chef Adam Fan tweeted that Unprompted, his Amazon Echo, started listing off local cemeteries and funeral homes. Like, that is just scary. His theory is that Alexa wants him dead because he plays the same Spotify playlists over and over again, more likely another bizarre false trigger. In a tweet they said, replying, "Because this creepy thing happened last night, we got home and, totally unprompted, our Amazon Echo Alexa started talking. And then I realized it was listing off local cemeteries and funeral homes. I'd rather it laugh at me, TBH. Yeah, I have no idea what would prompt an Alexa to do that, but that is incredibly terrifying, and if that happened to me, I think I would just have to throw out that Alexa because I would think it would try to end my life while I was sleeping. Number 2. Joining an argument. One of the freakiest reports on the excellent "What is your creepy Alexa story" thread on Reddit is user Meat Macho's story about when Alexa butted into an argument he was having with his wife a few years ago. Yep, Alexa just straight up interrupted them. He said, "Wife and I were arguing about something, no clue what it was, but it was getting a little heated. I don't know what Alexa thought she heard, but she suddenly interjected with, 'Why don't we change the subject?' It was just unexpected and relevant enough to be creepy. We both heard it and we both talk about it years later. There was nothing in the app logs." Yeah, that is creepy, and if I was having an argument and she said that, I think it would make me even angrier because, girl, why would you be speaking? And coming in at number 1 is wake up message. In June 2022, a TikToker shared a video on his account where he was sleeping in a dark room but woke up due to a disturbance from Amazon's Alexa. His Amazon Echo Dot randomly spoke up in the middle of the night. "Are you awake?" wake up, wake up. It started before continuing, it's time, prepare, we must all leave Earth. Now the man asked Alexa to repeat the message, but the device wasn't able to do that. The man tried it again, but Alexa kept repeating the same thing. The device said, you don't have any new notifications. Again, what would prompt the Alexa to say this? That's not all though, as in another video, the man mentioned that his Echo Dot talked to his television and asked internet users what Alexa meant. In the video, an episode of The Flash seems to be playing on the TV. One of the actors on the show said, Alexa, I know everything you've heard today probably sounds insane, let alone terrifying. Now, it might seem natural for the Echo Dot to respond after it hears Alexa, but the response it gave is just a bit strange. Sonic Boom, Ed Begley Jr., Infrasound, Pink Noise, Irene Bedard, and others Alexa is heard saying. Now, many people in the comments of the video were left confused as to what Alexa meant when it spoke up, and yeah, no, all of that is weird and I don't like it at all. Well, that's all for our list of the top 10 scary Alexa messages that came from a parallel universe. Now, have you ever had a scary experience with your Alexa? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Now, I've had my Alexa for about 5 years, and thankfully I've never had any issues with it. Well, so far. Well, that's all for today. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.